Well, hello and welcome to Hot Jobs at Higher Military. So great to see everyone today. We are really excited to share some great opportunities with our military community here. So if it's your first time with us, so great to see you. So glad that you found us. As you're coming on today, just type in the chats where you heard about us from. If it's your first time, we'd love to know that as well. Or if you are one of the OGs and you've been on here with us before, we'd love to hear about that and see how you're doing as well. This is our favorite 30 minutes of the week where we get a chance to connect with our military community and share our newest direct hire as well as skill bridge opportunities here with our community. We are here for the whole of the military community, whether you are a transitioning service member, a veteran, a current military spouse, or if your service member has since retired or transitioned from the military. We also welcome you here with us and to hear about our newest opportunities. Hello, Simo. Hello, Alejandro. Hello, Bishop, Dan, Arnis, Iran. So great to see everyone today. Great to have you in the chats. Again, as you're coming on, just let us know how you heard about us. Was it from connecting with one of our team members on LinkedIn? Did you hear about us through your transition assistance program at the base that you're transitioning from? We'd love to know where you found us. Just want to draw attention today, some hot links as we go. So you'll find all the links that we are going to mention here in the chats in the description of this broadcast as well. So you will find the Beginner's Guide to Effective LinkedIn Profile, which helps you to just walk through how to set up your LinkedIn and how to optimize that as well. You'll also find how to target your resume. This is a really great article that our marketing team has put together that helps to just kind of describe what we feel like as a good way to help to target a resume when you're applying for positions as well. And then you'll also find some other links to our website and our careers pages that you'll be able to find full position description and salary ranges for any of the roles that we talk about or mention today. Hi, Travis. Hi, Ryan, James. So great to see everyone as they're coming in. Just like we mentioned, as you're coming on today, tell us what you're looking for. Are you trying to look for skill bridge programs as you're transitioning out of the military? Are you focusing on direct hire opportunities? And for either of those positions there, what type of roles are you looking for? What industries are you focusing on? And what locations are driving your career search as well? We'd love to know all of that information so that we can help to connect you with opportunities. We will mention just a very top line on new positions that we have, but we do have more roles that are posted on our careers page that you can look at as well. And then we are constantly engaging with new clients and bringing on new opportunities that we're posting on a weekly basis as well. So any information that you share with us here, it really helps to drive the clients that we're trying to partner with as well. So let us dive in. I will just start with a brief introduction, then we'll definitely introduce the other members on our team here as well. I'm Kate Wood. I'm the recruiting manager here at Higher Military. I'm an Army veteran and a current active duty military spouse. My husband is still in the Army, and we are stationed at Oconus right now in Panama, as my husband is assigned to the U.S. Embassy here. So excited to see some Oconus people in the chats as well. And I will pass it over to Matt Collins. Hey, Matt.
Hey, Kate, how you doing? Hey, everybody. Always happy to be here for our hot jobs. And Matt Collins, I am a SkillBridge recruiter and a product of SkillBridge. I recently retired in March of this last year from the Army. So I can really speak to the value of SkillBridge. It was a game changer for myself. And it's really just something I'm really excited to share these roles with today and to answer SkillBridge questions in the program and kind of shed light on some of it, because it's still a bit of a mystery. Still a lot of questions out there about what SkillBridge is and who can participate. So really excited to talk SkillBridge today and talk some of the roles we have. With that, I will pass it over to Amber.
Thanks, Matt. My name is Amber. I am a recruiter here with Higher Military, Air Force veteran, and also military spouse. I'm very happy to be here this afternoon. It looks like we have so many new folks joining us also, so we certainly appreciate that. I look forward to sharing some positions as we get going here, but I'm going to pass it right back over to Matt so he can share just a little bit of SkillBridge information and positions that he's got this afternoon.
Great. Thank you, Amber. Sorry, everyone. Just had that obsessive move my screen around until it was in the right place. So yeah, really excited to talk about some SkillBridge opportunities. And for those that don't know, SkillBridge, it is only for those transitioning out of the military. Sometimes you see questions. If you're already out, Amber's going to talk about the direct hire opportunities we have, which is a ton of them. But SkillBridge is exclusively for people that are transitioning out of the military. If you're in your last 6 months of your time in, whether you're first term ETS or a retiree, SkillBridge is for you. You are eligible. So I tell everyone, have that conversation a year out with your command team, with your spouses. Start really thinking about where you want to be as far as industries and location, whereabouts in the country you want to plant your roots when you get out of the military, because that's going to be really important for us as we start that search. As Lucy says, Kate says, we're not career counselors, we're recruiters. So if you come to us with a SkillBridge, seeking a SkillBridge opportunity, it's really important that you kind of know a direction you're looking to go. Then we can help align some SkillBridge opportunities with you, that are going to suit your needs and where about in the country you want to be. And it's always, I tell everybody, please go register in our database, join our talent pool, because that allows us to really get a full picture of your talents, your experience, and what you're looking for. Reaching out on LinkedIn and giving us a quick message is great. But if you tell us looking for SkillBridge in South Carolina or Nevada or wherever, that doesn't give us a really good picture. It doesn't really help us get you jumped off in the right direction. So that is SkillBridge. And I'm only going to talk about a few of our SkillBridge roles today, but we have, as Kate says, a ton of SkillBridge roles. This is just a few that we're talking about today. So with that, I'll jump into the SkillBridge roles we have right now. And the first one I'm going to talk about is a diesel mechanic with a company called Carmoose, one of our newer partners. And this role is in Lansing, Michigan. Carmoose, they're a global performance and material services company. So they're looking for a candidate to perform major mechanical repairs. Think about working on large power drives, steering, electrical, cooling, related systems, light, heavy equipment. So they're really looking for someone who's got thorough knowledge of mechanical operations, heavy equipment, including electrical, brake, hydraulic systems, as well as skills in diesel mechanic skills, use of welders, air compressors, air tools, cutting torches, various hand tools that if I use, I would cause great bodily harm to myself. But for an experienced diesel mechanic, this would be, the role this would be a role for you. So if you're interested, that's diesel mechanic, and that is with Carmoose, and that's in Lansing, Michigan. So again, connect with us. If you get in the talent pool and you register, let us know that that's a role you're interested in. The next one is a data analyst role, and this was Masonite, one of our absolute favorite partners. This is a person who would serve as the IT business intelligence data analyst, and this role is in Tampa, Florida, by the way. So former Floridian, now in Montana, but everyone knows Tampa is a great place, especially for retiring military. So this person would serve as the IT business intelligence analyst. You'd be consulting with business clients. You'd be doing some data analytics, and you'd be working with the IT teams to identify opportunities within Masonite. So they're looking for a candidate with a bachelor's or master's degree in business administration, computer science, data science, or related field, or equivalent work experience. Power BI certifications are really helpful. If you work with data mapping and things like that, 3 to 5 years of working in like data enterprise, data analytics, and data mapping environments, that's really important for this role. So if you possess some of those skill sets and that experience, please keep in mind that you've got to be available to begin this SkillBridge internship in Tampa by 31 August. So if you are at the end of your SkillBridge search and you haven't found something yet, then this may be a role to check out if you've got that experience. So again, that's our data analyst role with Masonite in Tampa, Florida. And then I'm going to talk about a human resource generalist, again with Masonite. As I say every week, a really, really veteran-friendly partner with us. This role's in Haleyville, Alabama. So this human resources generalist would be someone that you'd be supporting traditional HR areas. Think employee relations, benefits administration, compensation, HR compliance, the wellness employee programs, working closely with your employee partners there to make sure that the HR policies are getting enacted effectively. So the ideal candidate would have a bachelor's degree in HR. That's almost a must for this role. And then 2 to 3 years of HR experience. Bilingual, if you speak Spanish, that's really a big plus as well. And this candidate would also work independently and part of a collaborative team. So it's really important you've got that great interpersonal skills. You've worked in a team and you can communicate, and articulate messaging. So that's human resource generalist. Masonite is a partner, and that's in Haleyville, Alabama. And I did want a quick mention. Those are just, again, some of our roles this week, but it's going to be a role that's going to go live on our website with more details here very shortly. But we're looking for someone that this could be direct hire or SkillBridge if you're available right now for either. It would be a material handler driver, non-CDL, but this would be in Cedar Park, Texas, with one of our partners, Satellite. And this role, again, doesn't require a CDL license. However, you got to be comfortable driving a 5-ton truck and pulling a 40-foot trailer. So they would need someone right away. So if you have that experience, you're able to drive a vehicle like that, pull trailers, you feel comfortable doing that role, that job, this is something to check out as well. So connect with us and let us know you're interested. So with that, again, just a few of our skill-based roles, but I will now hand it over to Kate, who's going to talk about some more of our direct hire opportunities.
Sure. Thanks so much, Matt Collins. And again, just as a reminder, those were open for the DoD SkillBridge program, those that are still in active duty military and transitioning from the military. The roles that Amber and I are going to mention as we follow here are open to anyone that is currently and actively job seeking and available to start within the next 1 to 2 months as well. And I do want to mention as well that at the end of this broadcast, we take the last 5 to 10 minutes to answer any questions that you might have in terms of job searching, transitioning from the military, the DoD SkillBridge program, anything that you would ask of a recruiter or someone in the talent acquisition space. We're very happy to try to answer your questions. So as we go, please type those into the chat and we will try to answer them at the end as well. So let's dive into some direct hire opportunities if we can here. So the first one that we're going to mention is an industrial maintenance technician. This role is in Nashville, Tennessee. This will be a second shift, so either 3 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. or a third shift role, 11 p.m. to 7:30 a.m. So if that's ideal for you, I know that having the flexibility to work different shifts is a really great opportunity for a lot of people. So there are 2 different shift options there for this position. This role is with a vinyl record pressing company in Nashville, Tennessee. So a very unique industry and a unique company, but in a fantastic city of Nashville as well. So this role will help drive the preventative maintenance plan to achieve maximum equipment efficiency. So for this position, they do want someone that has experience with basic electrical systems. Think about starters, fuses, contacts, and relays. They also like someone that has experience with product manuals. So being able to read and apply knowledge from those manuals as well. And then someone that has experience with schematics and with troubleshooting mechanical breakdowns. So I definitely know that we have a lot of very skilled transitioning service members and veterans that probably have that electrical experience. So if that sounds like of interest to you, you can just type industrial maintenance technician into the chat and we'll be able to provide the direct link to where you can find more information and apply directly online as well. So I also have a LMR RF engineer position. This is a remote role. The caveat to the remote factor is that the candidates do have to reside within 1 to 2 hours of a international airport so that you can travel, because there is a high travel component for this position. This role is available with a nationwide leader in public safety communications and systems consulting. They partner with different public entities. Think about, police stations, emergency departments, fire stations, things like that, police stations as well, to upgrade their communication systems. So they're looking for an RF engineer. This person will need to have at least 5 years of RF propagation modeling experience. They'd also like someone ideally that does have knowledge of the public safety system, as well as mobile broadband networks, thinking the 4G, 5G, LTE, and DAS systems. So if that sounds like of interest to you, you can just type LMR into the chat and I'll be able to provide the direct link so that you can apply or find out more information on the role as well. So I'm going to pass it over to Amber. I know she has a couple of direct hire opportunities as well.
I sure do, Kate. Thank you so much for sharing yours. We certainly appreciate it. The first one that I'm going to be sharing this afternoon, again, this is a direct hire position for those that are available to start in a role immediately. This is a program coordinator, and it is in the state of North Carolina, so either Charlotte or in Raleigh. It's an on-site reviewer, and so our client works in the public sector. They are a management and consulting firm. They also are in operations improvement, but they work primarily with health and education organizations that are nationwide. And so this program coordinator does have a travel element to it, because you'll be going from location to location to review those procedures on site, ensuring that the Medicaid providers are really operating within their required administrative code roles. And so again, there will be some travel within the state of North Carolina. This is a temporary position, and the requirements include an associate's degree and of course that ability to travel. So it's a program coordinator open to somebody in Charlotte or in Raleigh. If you're interested, drop program coordinator into the chat and I can reach out to you following this with the link to apply. I've got one more position. It's a remote role. It's a credentialing specialist. And our client for this particular role is a leader in healthcare operations, software and services. They're looking for somebody that has experience with the primary source verification. And the main goal of this role will be ensuring healthcare professionals and services are meeting the established federal and state standards, as well as the National Committee for Quality Assurance Standards. So again, that's a credentialing specialist, and they are looking for primary source verification as a must. And they prefer somebody that has experience with high volume credentialing in terms of doctors and healthcare providers for large health systems and hospitals. So that will conclude the direct hire positions that we have to share. As a quick rundown for everybody, though, I'm going to start from the top and just kind of run through the roles that Matt mentioned first. So those are skill bridge opportunities. He mentioned the diesel mechanic. That's in Lansing, Michigan, the data analyst in Tampa, Florida, an HR position for SkillBridge in Alabama. And then he did mention the driver position that's out in Cedar Park, so right outside of Austin. When it comes to direct hire, Kate mentioned the industrial maintenance tech in Nashville, the LMR RF engineer that's remote, program coordinator, and a credentialing specialist that's remote also. So if any of those interest you, just drop the job title into the chats. If you don't hear something of interest today, be sure to check out our website because we have loads of other opportunities available for our community. Kate, I'm going to pass it back your way.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Amber. Having that rundown is really helpful just to go over all the roles that we mentioned today. And like Amber mentioned, if you haven't heard of something today that is of interest, we have 2 different talent pools that you can join as a job seeker. If you're a transitioning service member, you can join our SkillBridge internship pipeline. You register your interest, you upload your resume, you tell what your location preferences are, and then our DoD SkillBridge recruiters like Matt Collins and our other team members can then help and connect you with opportunities that we may have with our employers. We have something similar on the direct hire side. So if you are looking for direct hire employment right now, if you're a veteran, a transitioning service member, or a military spouse, you can join our direct hire talent pipeline where you as well upload your resume, put in what types of roles you're searching for, location preferences, and then we're able to connect with you when we have roles that fit any of your preferences, and or you can receive emails that will give you the newest opportunities that we have on a weekly basis as well. So thank you. Just wanted to mention that. And I did see a couple questions that were typed into the chat. So please, if you have job search related questions, interviewing, salary negotiations, targeting your resume, anything of that nature, just drop those questions in the chat and we'll take the last few minutes here to answer them as well. But there's a couple things I do want to mention before we continue there. We have a couple of updates to share with our military community here as well. The first being, we have received new cohort dates for our Texas Instruments SkillBridge internships. You've probably heard us mentioning these internships. We've partnered with a really fantastic company in Texas Instruments to offer multiple cohort dates for our transitioning service members. So we have the new dates for 2024. So I know we have a lot of people that are transitioning that are starting to plan their internships for the next year. So we do have those dates posted. If you are interested, you can just type Texas Instruments into the chat and we'll be able to send the direct link, or you can go to our SkillBridge internship career page and type in Texas Instruments and you'll be able to see the opportunities that are posted there that have the dates included as well. The other thing that I want to mention, if you've joined us the last couple of weeks, or if you're following us on LinkedIn, you've probably seen that we've posted about our company, Higher Military and Tenova, being part of the new contract that is supporting the U.S. Army TAP programs nationwide. So we are recruiting for roles at several different Army bases on a multitude of different opportunities. So financial counselors, education counselors, career counselors, and administrative specialists at multiple locations. And we have current locations that we're recruiting for right now, and we do see there being other locations that we'll be recruiting for in the future. So if you're someone that is passionate about helping the military community and you live near an Army base, we'd love to connect with you and see if any of those locations could align or those roles could align for you in the future. So if that's something that might be of interest to you, you can just type TAP into the comments, and we'll be able to connect with you and share those locations as new roles come available, and we are recruiting for them as well. So I just want to dive into the questions here. I know we've had a couple. We'd love to be able to just spend time to help just give any value we can back to you, our military community here. So definitely love to see the questions that you have and address any concerns or questions you have in terms of job searching as well. So we did receive a question from Trevor. He asked, and I'm going to give this question to Matt Collins. What is the point of an internship if you already have 1 to 3 years of experience? So what is the benefit of a transitioning service member seeking an internship through the DoD SkillBridge program?
Sure, Kate. Yeah, and I can understand how the word internship would, imply maybe, you're just going to be starting from a basic level. But keep in mind with SkillBridge, there's the intent of that is to break that learning curve. So even though you have experience in the military, you may have 1 to 3 years of experience in HR or recruiting in the DoD world in that space. So that experience will translate over to a degree, but there's going to be a learning curve. So they're looking for someone with a baseline of knowledge in that industry. But the purpose of SkillBridge ultimately is to allow you to apply that experience into the private sector while also learning, how things work in the private sector very differently. I was a DoD recruiter for many years. Talent sourcing in the private sector is very different, but the baseline skill sets I developed and understandings from the military help build that foundation. So you may bring 70 to 80% of your skills over to a company and be an almost perfect match, but they're looking for that 1 to 3 years of experience before you start that internship. And again, SkillBridge is not a traditional internship like working at a radio station and getting coffee, right? You're bringing some experience, but there's still going to be a little bit of that learning curve. So that's what we mean by that. And that's kind of what the translation is there.
And Matt Collins, I'm so grateful you kind of you just expanded there on what the purpose of the DoD SkillBridge program is. And again, it's a way for you as a transitioning service member to try out a company as well. Is that the culture? Is the role? Is it something that you are interested in and you could see yourself, transitioning into? So as much as it is like an organization learning about you as a candidate, it's also an opportunity for you as a job seeker to try out a company, try out a role, and see if it's something that is really ideal and could be a fit for you as well. So thank you so much, Matt, for just lending some more insight there as well. So I did see a couple questions. Someone asked in specific to the TAP programs, if we had anything in the Los Angeles area. No, not at this time. But again, if TAP is something that is of interest to you, you can just type TAP and the location that you are currently located at, and we'll be able to reach out if there's roles that align there in the future as well. So I know we have just a couple more minutes here. Amber, is there any questions that we saw in the chats that we haven't been able to address yet? I know someone had asked earlier potentially about certain locations in states, if we have locations at different states as well. So what would you suggest to someone that maybe doesn't see something right now in a location that we have roles in?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a fantastic question. And I did see somebody mentioned a question about the our talent pool as well. So if you look at our careers website today and you don't see anything of interest, what you can do is you can join our talent pool. And that's really where you can submit your resume. You can kind of tell us a little bit of the details of what you're looking for, industry specific, location specific, so that as we get new roles, that talent pool is the first place we go to. Who's already in our talent pool and is currently looking for a role where we can pass that job description to right away. And we already know, you're kind of job seeking, you've expressed interest in XYZ location. And so that's an option for the direct hire side is in terms of joining that talent pool. Same applies on the SkillBridge though, in terms of joining that pool. What did I miss there?
No, that was perfect. I think it's great, and like we mentioned before, and like Amber said, we're getting new roles. So what you see right now will not be the same thing as you see next week or even a couple weeks from now. So as soon as we post new opportunities, we send out emails to those in our talent pipeline that align, and just to give you awareness on the newest roles that we have in as well. So definitely follow Amber's advice on joining our talent pool so that you can just be part of our community. And that's the first place we go when we get new opportunities, to make sure that someone from our community might be a fit, and then we can reach out to you as well. So thank you so much. I know we're just a couple minutes left here. There's one more thing I do want to mention. We have a LinkedIn audio that is hosted through our CEO, Michael Quinn's LinkedIn page. And that is happening on Thursday, August 10th at 1 p.m. Eastern. So that's a really great opportunity. It's not recorded. It's all just live via audio on LinkedIn. And that is an opportunity where, like I said, Michael Quinn, our CEO, and Lucy Robinson, our director of talent acquisition, she and Mike will take about an hour of their time and they just answer questions. And it's an open dialogue. So you as an attendee can come on, you can ask questions, you can offer insights, you can offer advice to anyone in our military affiliate community on everything from job searching, transitioning, everything in between. It's a really great time. We've had really positive feedback on those LinkedIn audios. So we just want to mention that as well. And there will be an event that will go out on our LinkedIn page through Hire Military so that you can click to attend and get reminders on that as well. So I think we are at time here. So I just want to thank everyone that joined us today. It's really so great just to be able to connect with anyone. As we're coming off here, make sure that you're connecting with each other. Send connection requests to anyone that was on this LinkedIn, as well as our team here at Hire Military. We'd love to connect with you just to join your professional network and maintain that connection going forward as well. So what is the time again for the 10 August event? I just saw someone in the chats. It's at 1 p.m. Eastern. So hopefully you can join us for that as well. So thank you so much to everyone that joined. Thank you to Matt Collins. Thank you to Amber Flores. I know we have Krista, a member of our team in the chat, and answering all your questions as well. So just thank you so much for joining us today. And we hope to see you next week for another Hot Jobs at Hire Military. Hope everyone has a fantastic week. Bye.